In that one, it wasn't pretty.
Probably their...
Now we'll go to DB, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brad Stevens. Doris?
And Kevin, I asked him what he thought would be a key factor for them coming into this game. And he said, well, our length and shot blocking should help. It gives offenses something to think about when they come inside the lane. And oftentimes, that tentativeness can be a game changer. Guys, every team in the league wants that interior presence, and he just explained one big reason why.
Wonderful, Doris. Thanks for thinking about their defense right off the bat here.
Yeah, great thought, really, to have coming out of the locker room. Worry about making stops first and foremost. Let the offense take care of itself.
Yeah, I agree somewhat, but at some point you've got to do some work offensively as well. They can't rely on defense alone.
And not many people expected anyone from the Atlantic to do much last season. Boston was the surprise of the division as they ended up making the playoffs.
And for Boston against the rest of the Atlantic Division, they were tough. They ended up going 12-4 in the division, which was a big reason, Clark, they made the playoffs.
And you know, those 12 wins against the rest of the Atlantic, Kevin, were a division best. Even the Raptors, who won the division, only had 11 wins against the Atlantic.
Nerlens Noel checks in for the 76ers. Robert Covington comes in for Tony Roten. Cannon can't hit.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
There's a screen by Noel. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Cannon kicks to Noel. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't have it.
Reed. No good on the 3. Last game for the Celtics, it was a loss to the Hawks in Atlanta.
You know what? That's a game where the coach might just want to burn the video because there's no question they're a better team than what we saw, but they got crushed on that night.
And I'm still trying to figure out what happened to Greg, quite honestly. I mean, no matter how it looks on paper, you still got to show up and play and
NBA season.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for it. Reed in at shooting guard. Jared Sullinger is out there with Evan Turner. Then it's David Lee. And it's Thomas in at the 1 spot. That's the Boston 5. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and we're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as we like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent there.
Philadelphia leading by 9. Okafor sets the pick for Roten. Back to Okafor. Grant outside. Kicks to Roten. 4 on the clock.
That's his second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. It's on David Lee.
And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster.
Celtics making a switch here. Jerebko's checked in. The Celtics working the ball around now. A shot's good from Reed.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Stauskas, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Well, the 76ers do go at the basket without hesitation. They're fearless, Clark, going inside. Led the NBA last season on points off drive.
Well, you know, I like to say you got to use what you have. They didn't have many shooters, so that means head down, get to the rim.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, the closer in the last outing against the Hawks really delivered. He picked up 16 points and added a few rebounds as well. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight.
Cannon from long range, and he gets it to go. And it's a 12-point 76ers lead.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to be in.
Pass to Reed. It's up a three. And the jam by Tyler Zeller.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
And guys, something new for the NBA is the HGH testing that's been put in place. It's something the league hasn't had too many issues with or even accusations, but better to stamp it out early. And hard to argue that it should be in place.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Covington's checked in from down low, and that's 2 points on the layup. Linux got his first 2 points of the night.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Sampson dishes to Cannon. He passes to Covington. Feeds it to Landry. The shot. No good. So the Celtics will take it the other way. And with the HGH test, it's done in every major sport. Seems like the right thing to do for the NBA. Just make sure everyone is on a level playing field, so to speak.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think the punishment will be fair. The first positive gets you a 20-game ban. The second one, 45.
Sampson kicks to Covington. Rebounded by Urebko.
Anyone else, you'd expect a bucket, but that's not his go-to shot.
Bradley with the ball. Now guarded by Noel. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. That'll do it for the first half. Philadelphia ahead. They lead by 13. Well, it's been a one-sided affair. He feeds it to Sullinger. Here's the pass to Reed. Thomas. Here's the closer. He's covered by Roten. Okafor against Sullinger. The feed to Thomas. This is it to Reed. Beyond the arc. That's good. The closer's got 11 points.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
Roten with it. He's picked up by Lee. Covington passes to Okafor. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Lee. Johnson comes in for Jared Sullinger. And Urebko is subbed in for Evan Turner. Taking a look at the 76ers. Ball is out there with Carl Landry. Then there's Okafor. Then it's Tony Roten. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. Okafor with the screen on Thomas. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, last year for the Celtics, they weren't exactly world beaters at home. Still good enough, though, to get the job done.
Yeah, just a game over 500 here in Boston. Not great, but at least it was over 500 for a young up-and-coming team.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Philadelphia. Pass to Reed. Thomas against Jackson. Zeller setting the pick for Thomas. Double team on Thomas. Just 5 to shoot. Jackson. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
And, you know, for the Celtics at home, they were able to get wins by playing tough defense in front of their rabid fans. Their offense virtually the same as when they were on the road. The defense was the difference at home.
Philadelphia leading by 14. Up top, Roten. Defended by Reed. And he gets it to go.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist. And as you said with the Celtics, it was the D at home that helped them get wins here. They'll want to be better than one game over 500 this season to get back into the postseason.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Johnson can't get it to go.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Celtics. They're sitting 8th right now in the early going. And, of course, there's Philadelphia. They just haven't had the type of record they've wanted.
And right now for the 76ers, with the start they've had, they've taken what was such a hopeful preseason and turned the mood sour.
Can't remember the last time I've seen optimism turn to pessimism as quickly as I have with these guys. I mean, their fans are already talking about who needs to be replaced.
Sullinger with a screen for Bradley. He dishes it to Sullinger. Bradley back to Sullinger. Celtics passing it around. And there's the pass to Reed. Oh, trying for it. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. The 76ers making a switch here. The 76ers leading by 18. Okafor sets the pick for Roten. Covington buries it from 3-point range. Covington's got 12 in the game.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Boston again missing.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Stauskas dishes to Roten. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. There's 10 seconds left to play in the third. And it's Bradley off the drive. Here's Smart. Drilled it right as the clock hit all zeros.
Wow, what a clutch shot.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Celtics trail by 18. Reed, he's in at shooting guard. David Lee is out there with Jared Sullinger. Then it's Isaiah Thomas, and it's Bradley in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Passes it to Reed from deep. And again, Boston with the triple.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Here's Roten, and the shot is good.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Bradley kicks to Thomas. Back to Bradley. He passes to Reed. Dishes to Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. The 9-foot shot. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to give help. And, of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backboard.
The 76ers making a switch here. Noel's checked in. He kicks to Stauskas. There's the dish to Okafor. Using his post move to get the 2 points.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Outside Thomas. Pass to Reed. Back to Thomas. Shoots the 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Noel's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Yeah, you know, that differential jumps off the page to me. And whether it's more disciplined defense or more aggressive offense, they've got to look to flip that script tonight.
Thomas kicks to Turner. Back to Thomas, the closer. From outside, off the mark.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
6 to shoot. Stauskas, the pass to Noel, and he dunks it down.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
Ring shot on the way, and the jumper is on the mark. 10 points for Evan Turner. The 76ers leading by 17. Okafor with a screen on Thomas. Here's Roten, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Here's Reed. Oh, that's blocked.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Kicks it to Covington.
Well, you know, we're far enough away from the 2013 draft where we can start to get a feel for just how strong it was. I mean, the initial feeling was it was a weak draft, but there have been some gems coming out of it of late.
No good from Reed.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Stauskas dishes to Okafor. Okafor sets the pick for Roten. And the foul on the closer. That's his first foul. And for the 2013 draft class, not sure if there are going to be a lot of all-stars from that class, but there are quite a bit of rotational players that are effective.
And Kevin, listen, there's still a chance to see a couple of all-stars emerge from the class, as there are some elite talents that just need time to grow. And overall, there weren't too many complete misses. Almost every lottery pick is a rotation player at this point.
Sampson. And he was shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Icing on the cake right there, fellas, for what has been just a phenomenal performance.
Greg, if it's pound cake or strawberry shortcake, I need a bite.
Well, go ahead. Take your bite, Greg. Go ahead, yeah.
You know, I'm going to let Clark have his bite.
76ers moving the ball around. Grant kicks to Jackson. Right side Jackson. Grant. Back to Jackson. Clock at 6. Rebound by Olynyk.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
The pass to Reed. Here's Rozier. Johnson the screen. Pass to Reed. Fires the three. Rebound by the 76ers.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Sampson kicks to Jackson. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their turn.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
Here's Reed. Missed. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned.